Hey, hello everyone. We are live. French Vinyl Addict on another live stream. This is Saturday afternoon, not for everyone, and I'm really glad. This is what I'm looking for since I started the channel. Bringing people together, making some connection happen between people from all over the world. We have this live stream. We have this channel in English, French Vinyl Addict. All my videos are in English, but lots of people are watching from around the world, from France, from Germany, and today I'm very pleased to welcome on its very first appearance ever on an English-speaking live stream, Mr. Timo from the channel Vinyl und. Hi, Timo. How are you?
Hi, French Vinyl Addict. Nice to have you here. Great to be your guest. Yeah, it's a debut for me to speak live in English, so you can treat me like a little schoolboy if I don't understand you, but I will give it a try. So it's just one video on my channel in English. It was the vinyl tag, so to say hello to the community in there. But yeah, in all other cases, it's German. But I think today it's no problem. You have some AI and upload a video and enjoy the translation. But yeah, it's a bit more complicated to follow me. But I'm happy with everyone that will give it a try.
Yeah, your English is very nice. Hey, hi, Stanley. We already have lots of people in the chat. Stan Rock, my buddy, Christopher, hi from Sweden, and we have Klaus. Hello, Klaus. So and yeah, you mentioned that the German vinyl tag. You were the one who coordinate, who manage, who create the things this year, right? Inviting people. I found it very interesting. I participated myself. I did a video. You were like inviting people, creating the topic that were like selected to be the German vinyl tag. So you're a great personality in the German vinyl community, I guess.
Thank you. Yeah, in Germany we call it the German Vinyl Challenge, but we have some channels also from other countries like Austria or Swiss, and also a guy that you know from chatting
Bel-
online, Mr.
Belgium.
Frederick Spectrum Archives, is the name of the channel. Yeah, he decided to take part, and I was very obsessed with that because yeah, it made it more international. So it's the second year that I try to coordinate this German Vinyl Challenge. Yeah, and the special one in there is in the opposite of the English scene that I collect the questions from the channels and we do it all together. This year it was a live stream where all questions were selected by by a big by a big wheel.
Wheel, yeah.
Yeah, so random choice, and there were some channels that didn't have the chance. My channel also, but this is the bad message of that. But it's very nice to be in competition with all together, and it's a great community to connect with each other with these channels, and yeah. This year it was more than 50 channels that take part after the 18 questions were out there, and yeah, it's a great honor for me to coordinate this.
Yeah, it was a really fun thing to do, and I found this idea very interesting. You didn't pull out, you didn't come up with all the questions. Hey, this is the tag. I'm not saying this is bad. We love you, Rob Walker, but like asking other people to submit some question was really nice. So
Yes, and I also were in contact with Rob Walker, told him about our challenge, and he also visited my stream about the challenge questions, and I was very happy that we talked with each other in the chat. So it's very nice. So all is fine and great, and yeah. So my special position maybe is I was not the first one streaming on YouTube, but I started in the German vinyl community in Germany with this live talking format. It was, I guess, 4 years ago with the Clubhouse app. Some of you maybe know this from the pandemic. And it was my start, bringing people together in some Friday talks about vinyl, hi-fi, and so on. This was the start. Developing out of a community of some podcasters and YouTubers I was connected with, and it takes some time, and then for myself I started streaming on YouTube and taking the talks from Clubhouse to YouTube. Since that, in Germany, there is a great culture now with live streaming. There are a lot of channels doing that and having fun together, and it's great to see that. But YouTube is not my most important thing. Yeah, it's the podcast, I guess, or the vinyl and podcast would be the translation, Vinyl und Podcast. This is my main driver in this network, where I'm online on very much platforms, and maybe the podcast is the most important one. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is so this is perfect. This is the first topic. Let me say so. Just to give you an overview, to give the lowdown on your activities. Yeah. Why is it the podcast your favorite, let's say, platform or way to communicate? Is there any specific reason? Because it's all about, I know, specific topics that you
Mhm.
decided.
Yeah, there were some reasons for that. The first reason is I started with Clubhouse in an audio drop-in audio chat format, and this is what I like most. So if I'm recording with my team, in most cases, we record without video, so it's just a podcast format. You don't see these episodes on YouTube. And the other thing is, I have the possibility to play some music in the podcast. In YouTube, it isn't possible because of the content aware filter and all these things. And next step is, some people are a bit shy. They won't be in picture with video and so on. They don't trust YouTube and so on, but they are ready to record a talk without video. And so I have the possibility to get people out of the community on the mic that never would go the way to YouTube. And this is the signature move. But we have a lot of great vinyl podcasts in Germany that do some different things. So Vinyl und Podcast is, I would say, one of the most successful podcasts, and I'm very proud of that, and happy to host it every year. So I would say it's an episode nearly every week, maybe a week break or some breaks between it. But I'm very busy.
Yeah, do you see? I don't have any experience by any means. I only have my YouTube channel talking about my collection. We recently had this topic. Are we collector of records in the French VC? Do you see something? What do you see any difference? I mean by the population or the people that follows that your podcast. Is it the same? Do you have the same interactions, or I'm just curious about that.
It's completely different. If I'm on a hi-fi fair or on a flea market or in a record store and so on, I meet some people that say, "Hey, you are Timo from Vinyl und?" Yes, yes, yes. And then I'm very obsessed. So which platform do you use? Why do you know me? And the answer is always another one. So some people know me from Blue Sky. So just posting vinyl on Blue Sky, and never heard the podcast, never heard YouTube. In this special case, you can see that it's hard to meet some people that say, yes, I'm looking the YouTube videos, I'm enjoying the podcast, I'm watching your reels on Instagram, I see the posts and so on. No, they never say that. I have some fans, I call them Vinyl und Ultras. They take everything I give them, but not all on all platforms, but maybe podcasts, YouTube, Instagram, and so on, and not more. And this is fine. I'm very proud of that. But yeah, not often this way. So on YouTube, we have some people that want to connect with each other. They want to chat about, to comment about what happens in there. You see it in the live stream right now. And if you're on a podcast, you are between a big community wall. You don't see the people. You have to meet them in real life. Yeah, it's not very often that they comment like on Spotify broadcast channels and tell something about the episodes. But analytics don't lie. There are a lot of people there, but they do not communicate like you know it from social media like Instagram or YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just curious to know if the community is the same, because I only have the experience of the vinyl community of people who watches VC related content on YouTube. So just curious about that. So, and in your channel, in your YouTube channel, this is how I got to meet you, or to know your exist. Um, what would you say? Do you divide the content, like you talk about hi-fi gear and records and music? What is your? Do you have a plan at all, or depending upon hey, there is a fair or the record show or a technical show, whatever? Um, how do you organize to create content on your channel?
Yeah, it depends. So starting with YouTube, I would say it's much about shorts, unboxing some vinyl. It's much about visiting hi-fi fairs. It's much about visiting other channels, interviewing them. It's the live streams, the talks that we record. I would say a deep view on vinyl and hi-fi in all matters. And podcast is more about people. So I'm very deep into meet some interesting people that can tell me interesting things about vinyl and hi-fi. And there's my team, and with the team we are talking about new releases, so like pre-orders, reissues, and so on. So we are analyzing the whole music scene, and this is the focus there. You don't find this on YouTube, and this is mainly the opposite, I would say. On YouTube, it's more visually, so I have some possibilities to show some hi-fi equipment, to show things that I buy, to test them. But it's the more smaller part in the last months, because I'm very happy now with my equipment so far, and I'm not a guy that wants to change some cables and listen deep in and spend hours and hours. I don't have time for that. So and you also have to know the channel is not monetized, so it's not my ambition to earn some money with videos like that, to show new hi-fi equipment. So for me, it's the connection between people, telling interesting stories, and present it in an aesthetic way. So, as you can see in my logo.
Yes. This is a. I think this is a great occupation. I'm just asking the question because I have the feeling. Oh, maybe I will say something very bad, but when you talk about the records you bought, no one would ever believe that someone pays you, to show these records. This is music you like, music you love. But when you talk about gears, okay, you can do it for fun, you can do it because you trust the product, but it's hard in a way sometimes to differentiate people that are influencer, uh, to the people who are really dedicated. They really like, they have a passion. They go to the fair. They you can trust their meanings. This is probably how I see things. What is your take on such.
Yeah, so there are some major labels and some indie labels, promotion guys that send me regular some stuff. So listen in on this, check this, make this, and yeah. As you can see, it's not monetized, so I will never take some money. So if I show something on my channel, I'm convinced of that. In the most cases, I buy it for myself. There were some LPs that were sent by the label or the artist for free. But if it's this case, I say it in the video and I inform all that I will do this. So if I look in the community, I know that there are a lot of labels that send such emails to other people in the community, so to other podcasts, to other channels, and so on. And I think in this case, so, oh, it's there. I know it. It's from this label, and so on. And it's not always as transparent in as some people in the community that don't are creators would think. And so I would say everyone has to take his chance, to have to take a decision how he would like to make it. But for me, it's important to be transparent, to be cleared, and don't tell stories that aren't real. So it's my way to tell the people where it's from and where it goes. And I think we always have conflicts. If you're not real, if you're not telling the whole background, why do you show this product? Because it's not as worthy as if you are open-minded and free to say what you think about it.
Yeah, this is the reason why I've never done any room tour video. Because to show my system is, it's not the best. It's not bad, but it's not the best one, definitely. And I'm not have like technical skills to talk about the gears. Why is this gear? Why did I choose this gear back in the day? Okay, and I know because of the price, because I had this opportunity. But if I were to put some video online, and there were like people like really crazy or geek about that, and were starting to ask questions, I would like be, oh, okay, now this is going too far. This is a word or a universe of its own. The gear, the technique. So pretty like to stay a little bit away from that.
Yeah.
So so very interesting. We can maybe move to the next topic, which is this is a vinyl community channel. We are here to talk about music. So this is the topic I like to use whenever I host live streams with people like you, or other French, Germany, UK people. You're the first guy from Germany I have in my stream, so I'm really glad for that. Yeah.
It's an
uh,
honor.
yeah. Oh, lots of people in the chat, as you know. We have Klaus, we have sometimes Torsten, great fellow member. And can you show the last records you bought?
Yeah, I checked my Discogs, and I decided to show you the last buys. So I didn't take a choice like what would be best or something like that. I strictly take the last one, Addict, and I have it there behind me, and I can show you what it is if you like to. Starting with some very popular thing. Some people talked about it.
No worries.
Yeah, it's over there. The community bomb. Linkin Park from Zero. released on November 15th this year. Yeah, it's a significant chapter in Linkin Park's journey as a band, I would say. Yeah, Emily Armstrong joined as a lead vocalist and bringing a fresh dynamic um, part into it, and her performance has been praised for its power and authenticity. And but I had some problems with the voice. If I saw her live, I wasn't sure if the album will kick me. But then I listened to it, and it's blown my mind, because I would say it's only hits, or if it's not, yeah, very good songs. I would say there's no bad song on it, and yeah, it balances between heavy new metal roots, modern elements, 18 inspired synth pop, electro pop. Love it very much, and yeah, I was very surprised. I was one of the people who are critic, but now I'm very happy to have it. I ordered one of the first editions here, the Splatter one, and yeah, it sounds cool. It makes fun, and yeah, I'm happy to hear what do you think on the new Linkin Park.
Yeah, I have a friend in the vinyl community. His channel is Meteora 89. So
Fits.
yeah, yeah, absolute crazy about this band, and we gotta talk often about this band. This is a band I used to grew up with back in my high school days.
Mhm.
Um, I remember when Hybrid Theory came out. This was like a shock for lots of people. But maybe I gradually stepped away. So I'm completely honest. I haven't listened to this album yet. I was following the stream of my friend Meteora because he covered when Emily Armstrong was introduced to the people. But I'm not, are you a long time fan, or this is
Yeah.
yeah?
What is a fan? So I was a child of the big new metal phase, as these bands come up from every from every town, and yeah, they were everywhere as they were released, and yeah, they were on the dance floor. They bring me back to some youth times. New metal was not my greatest choice in music I ever made, but it makes me a bit nostalgic, and if I can hear something that sounds like that years ago but has a bit freshness inside and a new step in evolution. Yeah, I like it if you take something old and reinvent it to make it new and fresh. And I'm very fan of fresh music, so this is a good fit for me.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I know lots of people in the VC. They talk about that. They were maybe so excited about this. This is a rebirth, so to say, from the for the band. So and I think this was a band of that did matter for our generation. But as I say, but back in the days, but I was not really crazy about that. And I don't. Yeah, I used to listen to the old Meteora Hybrid Theory, but as I say, I gradually moved away from this era, from this type of music. So yeah, my turn. The very last record I bought something very different to Linkin Park. This is a Swiss German guy,
Hmm.
uh, Manny Matter, a guy from Bern, and he actually sings in Swiss German, in dialect, as they speak in the Bern region. You know, Swiss German has different type of dialect depending upon where you're in Basel, Zurich, Bern. And yeah, very important back in the days, since kids at school learn how to sing his songs. Like he plays with words, you know. And if you know the French singer songwriter, very iconic, Georges Brassens, has been probably a massive source of inspiration for these guys. And he had his crazy lives, like he was like killed in a car accident in '72. And yeah, I found when I took a quick trip to Basel 2 weeks ago. In a store, they were selling very old books, and you can find it for a 20. I paid 20 Swiss franc, which is probably, yeah, 20 euros, $22, and it's a compilation, folky, like guitar, very interesting.
I
Yeah.
think we should translate Zündhölzli. I find
Oh,
it's so funny in an
yeah,
international chat.
yeah.
In English, maybe it's a match or something like this.
This is, yeah. The Swiss German would say, "Ich habe es Zündhölzli anzünd." And if you translate it
Great.
in English, I switch on a match. Yeah, the matchbox. Um,
Yeah,
how to?
it's about firing the cigarettes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a crazy song because he talks about all the it's a sort of butterfly effect.
Mhm.
He say, "Hey, I just light my cigarettes." It followed on the carpet, and then all the house was burned, all the country was burned. It started a war. How could that happen if next step, even bigger and bigger? And at the end of the song, you say, "Hey, I just lighted my cigarette, and thanks God, I could have kept from." I could have saved the fire from burning the house. So yeah, plays around with words, but you have
Be,
to, yeah.
be careful with your Zündhölzli. Always
To,
remind.
you you
We
you you
first learned something in this stream.
you're from Germany, but not too far from the Switzerland. So do you understand Swiss German a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. So I had some different towns here in Germany, in south, in west, and so on, and also nearly regions like Basel and so on, and yeah. Some Alemannish and something like that. I understand some things, and yeah, I'm from a region called Saarland in Germany. They have a very special speech, more worse than Bavarian. So I understand everything. You can use it, maybe.
Okay. Yeah. As you know, I used to work in Switzerland, and yeah, it was a lot of people from Germany, from the Black Forest, and we all kind of way. Basel, they had the dialect. We in Alsace, and the people from Lörrach as well. So we kind of understand. Alemannisch was not too far apart. Any other records?
Yeah, sure.
Your turn.
I will work from left to right. Next one is this one. It's Sucker Mummy with Evergreen. Um, Also a fresh release of October 25th. The album explores profound loss, heartache, resilience. I'm sorry. Yeah, it reflects Sophie Ellison's experiences with grief, personal healing, yeah, something like melancholia, glimmers of hope. Have this nice one version here from Bandshop. If you don't know Soccer Mommy, I would prefer to check some key tracks like Lost and the title track Evergreen. Yeah, it's very cool, and it's a mix of soft, introspective ballads, sometimes heavier. Maybe you more like some upbeat tracks like Driver. Don't know. I would say it's an emotional centerpiece, something for meditation. Yeah, I think it has some deepness. I know some people that say it's not the best album, but I think it grows. And yeah, we will see which position it will take in my top list at the end of the year. And yeah, shout out is out.
And I'm about to ask a very maybe stupid question. I recently did a video myself on this very channel to talk about the records I bought thanks to the VC records that I found, that I came to, because other VC friend talked to, and I watched lots of videos, and they say, interesting. So is this an artist that you discover thanks to the VC, or how did you came to how did
Yeah,
you
I
come
would
to this
say
song?
I would say we see. I was watching for the last records of Soccer Mummy. I had some in my hands in some record stores, and I was nearly about to buy it, but I never did. And now I saw this special version, and I said, okay, now it's the time I dive in because I'm obsessed with pre-orders. As I said in the podcast, we have a format only for this to offer some vinyl that is very limited. So on my channel, the people who know me, you know that I like I barely prefer the colored vinyl and some limited and special editions. And it was a bit risky because there are not much songs I can hear in before I ordered it. But now I'm happy that it was a good choice at least. So thanks to the VC that I know such bands. I don't know exactly what it was, if it was a YouTube channel or a podcast. I know her some years now.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, my turn. And
Yeah.
this is a Den Bosch record I found. I
Mhm.
already presented in many of my streams, but this is an Italian artist. Sadly, passed away 2 years ago. This is Franco Battiato, and avant-garde maybe artist. He did something very experimental back in the 70s with a very cool album called Fetus, Fetus, and this is probably his more accessible record in terms of music. This is synth pop, progressive pop from '81. All of the texts, the topics covered are really like he talks about the dynasty or the Ming of the Chinese history. You really have to. It takes a very nice, very good level in English and even though in English, in Italian, to understand the lyrics, to grasp what this guy talks about. But very very interesting, Franco Battiato, and all it's funny. He went from experimental to Eurovision Song Contest 2 years after he participated in '84 for Italy. With a song called "I treni di Toser" for Italy. Very beautiful, very like Puccini, opera stuff, kind of stuff. Really
Mhm.
like this artist. This is one of the record I've been looking for. Yeah, for 6 years. Has been on my one list for 6 years, and I'm lucky I could find this very copy in Den Bosch.
Yeah, I'm very busy to collect these albums. I never heard it before, but I have a playlist, always talking about it in the podcast. It's the Vinyl und Prio list. So it's priority high. I add it while you speak about it here with Apple Music. And after our talk, I will listen in and check if what I think and if I like it.
Yeah. Your turn.
Okay, next one. It's coming more and more easy to reach the vinyl. Maybe the next one by staying on the mic. It's Laura Marling with the album Patterns in Repeat. Release 25th of October. So also a new release again. And it marks her return to music after the birth of her daughter. It's not so special. It's white, creamy white vinyl. It's heavily inspired by motherhood and domestic life. So maybe there are some girls here in the chat, don't know. Sometimes they watching older men talking about vinyl. And maybe you are in this role and can you feel it? I'm not a mother, as you imagine, but I find it very interesting, starting in the cover. So I don't show it because you don't see it right now in the camera. So buy it. if you open it, it looks like a little guy. So her child has taking some pens with different colors and making some signs on it. So first thing I thought, oh, it's every vinyl was in the hand of her child, so like hand numbered or something like this. But it's a print, so I checked this on Discogs. It's the same on all versions and so on. But it's cool, yeah. And it sounds very, very cool. So later we will talk about audiophile vinyl. So this I would say it's a very audiophile version without printing on it that it's a MoFi or a special acoustic everything label. But it sounds good. It has a charm of some analog record. And it makes it very intimate. So if you start the LP and you hear the first cracking, you hear some child voices talking nearby. If you have children, maybe you think they are your own children. It's very organic. It's in the room. It feels cool. You should check in your streaming network songs like Child of Mine, Patterns, and Lullaby. The title track, Patterson Repeat, features lush string arrangements by Rob Moose, as you know him. It combines Marling's signature folk style, I would say, with some subtle experimentation. I would say it's one of her interesting releases. I had the last album, but it didn't flash me like this. So I like it very much. And if you don't know Laura Marling, you should maybe start with this album and going inside. It also ranked on the year-end lists, including Rough Track UK's top albums of 2024. And maybe it will be in my top list too. You will see in the podcast.
Yeah, we will. I'll write it down after this live stream has been ended. All the references we are talking now about in the comment section or in the video description, because sometimes people ask me afterwards, "Hey, can you write the name of the album you talked about?" And another Den Bosch acquisition. This is a French band, 81 or 80, late 81, 82 probably, Orchestre Rouge. I've been looking for this record for years, and this is post punk. When you see this mention here, produced by Martin Hannett, I don't need to introduce this brilliant sound engineering, related to the factory label. Very Joy Division influenced with some Adam and the Ants in a way. They sing in English, and very dark, very post punk as it can be. Orchestre Rouge, and this is a OJ French press I got for less than $20 in Den Bosch. So how about that?
Yeah, it sounds cool because I like post-punk things. Maybe I show LP later or not. And I can imagine that it's that I will like it. It's also on the prior list, so we will check this.
Okay, yeah. So many. I'm very into post-punk right now. Fred from Australia recently sent me a VCLT with some a band named Laughing Clowns I wasn't aware of. So it's like a new word. It's like opening you with YouTube with a VC, with all these very underrated bands, because they were not only Joy Division, The Cure, Killing Joke, Psychedelic Furs, even though
But if they sound like this, they will be great.
It really sounds like this. You won't be disappointed, really, so to say.
I think so. Yeah, this could be cool for me.
Yeah, Orchestre Rouge. Yeah.
Looking forward to. So, Next
Your
one
turn.
from my
Yeah,
turn, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Next one is a bit more special. I think it's not so popular as the other ones. Starting with Linkin Park, okay, but you should check it. I would say
Hi, Jack.
it's Susan Köcher's Supraphon in these dying times. I don't show you the record because we say in the podcast, like our friendly podcast Lost in Vinyl, it's boring plaque. So yeah, it's only plaque, not so interesting. Collecting colored vinyl. Sorry, guys. I know they have to be there. And yeah, it's very special because the label sent me an email and said, hey, we have some cool new music, check this, check that. And it was about 15, 20 albums or something like that, and I listened to all of them in my holiday. Yeah, other people are lying on the beach. I listened to tracks of some labels, and yeah, I did some other things. But yeah, this band was amazing for me from the first second on. And then in our community, we have a Slack. Somebody posted it and said, hey, this could be something for you because I like female vocals, as you can see with Soccer Mommy and Laura Morling before. So I dived in, and it was amazing for me. I did a collaboration with the label and the artist too. So we did color post on Instagram about the unboxing of the new vinyl, and also the post of the vinyl. And yeah, it's a very charming. Very charming artist, and the album explores, I would say, complex emotions. Yeah, it's about love, teenage vulnerabilities. Check the song 17, great, and some identity crisis, like in the song Maybe I'm a Lemon. But it also includes cinematic dreamscapes, yeah, melancholic reflections on life's nature, and it combines dream pop with krautrock and psychedelic influences with a touch of 60s aesthetics. So I would say maybe this is something for our dear French vinyl addict. I will be very, I'm very looking forward what you would say after the talk if we dive in and listen in. I think it could be something that you like. And because, yeah, these psychedelic influences, this touch of 60s, I saw some vinyl on your channel that is a bit similar, but this is a new release, freshly released on October 11th, and it's very cool. They are on tour right now. I miss them in my hometown Karlsruhe in Germany, but I hope I will see her and the band sometimes later. Yeah.
Yeah, so you say the word psychedelic, so it piqued my curiosity as well.
Builds a bridge.
Yeah. So the next one is not a Den Bosch. By I made a stop in a small record store in my hometown in Mulhouse,
Mhm.
and I found this is an artist brought by my friend Big Star 1000, which is right here. Yeah, we talk on a daily basis behind the scene, and he once mentioned this incredible Portuguese guitar player. This is acoustic guitar, and I really like the mention. There is this text. It says, the music of Carlos Paredes expressed for me the land of people in Portugal like no other music. It's timeless, like the music of Theodorakis when he sings of Greece. And it's not bad to compare. I think both artists, since without the cover, I could have imagined this is not from Portugal. This is more Oriental in my humble book, with some Greece ancient some Greece elements. So all about acoustic. This this record carries you away when you have a stressful day at work. You listen to that record with a glass of
Mhm.
wine, and then your spirit goes in a peaceful way. So Carlos Paredes, yeah,
Cool, well described. So somebody in the chat is saying legendäres Album, so it's a
yeah,
classic. Yeah.
yeah. This is big star. This is thanks to this guy. I discover he has a great taste of music in general, and we have this WhatsApp group, myself and Study, and we talk on a daily basis, as I said.
Yeah, today I followed his channel. Never seen him before, but now I'm inside. Hello.
Yeah, and he mentioned earlier on. I have to go back a little bit early on. He even speaks German.
Yeah, I'm obsessed.
You have some followers in Australia.
It looks like that. So
Yeah.
maybe he's seen some hours ago that I followed him and he checked me back. I don't know. That's cool. I will ring the bell. So right now it's live, Big Star. Now I will be alerted if you upload a new video, and I will check it.
Okay. So do you have more records? I have a last one. I
Yeah, me
picked.
too.
Okay.
But I have some more under there to visualize some things we're talking about later. But it's the last pick. I repeat, it's not Operation. These are the best albums that you have to hear in this year. No, it's only the 5 records coming in lately here in my stack, and so it's another one that is very, 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 very right range in the community, like Linkin Park. I would say the second album this year that everyone is talking about, and maybe you didn't check it in the background. Maybe you think it's the Black Album of Metallica, but you have
It's
to
not.
remind this is a special version.
It's not.
No, it's The Cure with Songs of a Lost World. But this is a very special version of, yeah, I would say Blood Records with a heat reactive sleeve. So if you put your hands on it, yeah, it shows the cover under it. So on my channel in a reel, I used a hair dryer to show that because you need some warm hands to do this. And yeah, later we will talk about audiophile vinyl. This is an audiophile, but it's pretty good for if you remind that it's a picture disc. Looks like this, and yeah, it's a bit too complicated to make it clear for you what this album also is able to do. It's a glow in the dark. So I said on my channel, it's the two worth of things
Yeah. Yeah.
together in one.
How does it sound, Timo? Would be my first question.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds better than a lot of my picture discs. It sounds very much better than some other glow in the dark vinyls I have. I have the Air Moon Safari, and it sounds pretty bad. Not in this case, so yeah, it's a great collector's item. I know some people in the community, they have all versions out there, also the half speed mastered version. Yeah, I have the rule no doubles. So if I buy a record, I try to have only this only edition. So I have to decide which to take, and this was very hot to get, and I'm happy I have it. And yeah, it's released on 1st of November for all that are living under this stone and didn't hear it. It's the first release after 16 years. and it's full of themes like mortality, loss, introspection, closure. It's a, I would say, Robert Smith's personal grief. You can see how he gets older, like the artificial person of himself. Yeah, what is the word for zerfallen in Germany? I don't know. It's disintegration, like the album title.
Yeah, yeah, disintegration. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
disintegration.
So he's doing what the old album did, disintegration. He disintegrates, and yeah, it's very atmospheric. It's cinematic. It's introspective. Yeah, I would say with some darker tones, similar to pornography. Yeah, and you should check this. Every version is fine, I guess. There are some difference, but yeah, you have to be in the game, I would say.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Everyone talks about the Cure, so
yeah, I did a community checkup on Instagram. There were about 16 person. Was it 16 person that were not happy with the album? Okay, but most of them are happy. Yeah.
Hi, Sean. Very great channel as well, the Vinyl Dreamscape. I haven't seen the pictures.
I checked that.
But I haven't picked up the Cure. I'm not.
Yeah, it was very fast. I think you had a chance to buy it about 1 hour or less. So if you want to have Blood Records releases, you have to follow them. Instagram, maybe you see some stories when the next drop comes. You have to buy it fast in the most cases. And sometimes I do a story on my Instagram and Facebook. So you can buy it, or you also have the possibility to sign up a list. So you get an SMS call if a new release is out there. So now I've followed the the Vinyl Dreamscape. I don't know you, but this is not very special because I'm not checking channels in English in the English world. So I start with it today.
you should check this one. Very personal, very interesting. Yeah.
Cool.
And yeah, a question about the Cure. I grew up with the Cure, probably you as well. What is your expectations? You say after 16 years of silence, no records. What is your when you get a notification? Oh, there is a new Cure album coming out. What is your expectation? Do you expect that they do something like they did in the past in your favorite era? Because I like the trilogy per pornography, 17 seconds, and faith, or the preferred disintegration or wish or 90s, whatever, or the more where they were more pop or gothic. What are you expecting yourself when you're about to listen to a new Cure album in 2024?
It's always difficult in this cases. Same with Linkin Park, but the Cure had not the new female singer. So yeah, you have more chances to compare with the older albums, and yeah, I'll be honest. In the first turn, I said, "Oh no, the Cure, will it work 2024?" I listened in the first song released and waited about 3 minutes until the song started, and my first feeling was, "Oh no, my grandma is playing on a keyboard, and it's so boring. Skip it." And I'm not a skipping generation. I hear songs longer than 10 seconds. If you don't know me, you should know that. But yeah, I was not hyped. So if the breeder was going out, I didn't order it. I just wait. I would like to hear some new songs. And yeah, then the Blood Records release, and yeah, it was the chance to get it. And after that, it was clear there are a lot of cool songs on it. It grows, it's great, and I don't like every the Cure album. So if I'm going through the last releases, I would say I'm a big fan of the early phase with Three Imaginary Boys. I was very hooked by Blood Flowers. It was my most important album for me. Loved it so much. Was so sad seeing how they released it as a picture disc on Record Store Day. Then it gets better with the reissues of Wish. I love the album Wish. I had some problems with Disintegration, but it's over because I listened to it in the remastered bonus edition. It plays around 2, 3, 4 hours. I don't know. And it was one day, and I deep dive into it, and I recognized, I like it. I had some wrong thoughts about it from the past, and but there are albums I never liked really. So I have some time to maybe it changes sometimes. I also have the White Mood Swings in my collection, also picture discs, the Q and picture discs and RSD. It's a topic for itself.
It is, yeah, it is. So I have a last one to show. Another Den Bosch acquisition, and this is a Polish band from late '60s, early '70s. This is Kaldovie, and this is progressive pop with lots of organ played on the keyboard, nice melodies. Reminds me a bit of the Belgian band Wallace Collection. They were pretty famous in the late '60s. Were singing in English. They sing in Polish, and it's not prog like Emerson, Lake and Palmer kind of way, or SBB or Niemen, Czesław Niemen. Pretty accessible, and an album I was looking for for years as well, Skaldovie. So last of today's selection.
Okay, cool. Yeah, this will be a ride. They are all on the playlist right now. So, ciao, I have to go. I have to listen to music. Just fun.
Yeah. So maybe we can move on to the next topic. Oh, yeah. Favorite gigs or latest gigs attended.
Okay.
What were your last concerts or favorite concerts?
I have to say, it were I would say not concerts. I'm a big festival fan, so I visited a lot of festivals this year.
Or live attendance at festival, yeah.
And on the festivals, I saw compact some bands I can tell you about. And I also have some vinyl in here. This is what I meant some minutes ago. And I can show you some vinyl about the bands I've seen. And the first one I have to mention this year is this one. There was a big Fool's Garden festival in Pforzheim near Karlsruhe. They had a band birthday, 33 years. The pandemic didn't make it possible to have this festival with after 30 years as it was planned. And I had the chance to have a live stream with Peter Freundthaler, the singer and band leader of Fool's Garden. And it was a highlight for me in the summertime on my channel. It was also on the podcast and on the YouTube and Twitch and the video platforms. And this festival was about some days in Pforzheim. They are connected with a lot of other bands we talked about this festival in the talk. I thought there are Fury and Slaughterhouse, bands that are very popular in Germany, like Die Prinzen. Maybe you smile, Romuald. I'm not the greatest fan, but they are important in Germany. Bands like Camouflage, more international or important DJs in the electric scene of the 90s, like DJ Quicksilver, and many, many more. So Peter Freundhaler is well connected with all of them, and he did this festival for a good reason. With all his friends together. He called everyone on the phone. Not a mail with the same text for all. Individually called, and they played there for free. And it was absolutely great highlight, starting with a big gala and some concerts outdoor. And this was one of the highlights. I can add some more with another festival, but first I would like to hear what you visited.
Yeah, I went to several summer festivals last year because Montreal is a city. Winter is pretty cold, it's pretty long time. So we enjoy the summertime, and we have a lots of summer festivals in a park, in the streets. And I saw bands. I talk often. I need to find the record. Yeah. Anyway, this is a Slavic dub punk band called Dumai Dunai. They have like Balkanic elements. They put it together, and it was really fun to see this band like live several times. But the biggest concert I went to last year, Peter Gabriel, his IO tour, it was pretty impressive.
Does it sound as good as on vinyl? If you see him,
yeah, because of the dark, the bright, pretty much so, pretty much so. He played at the Bell Center where the hockey team, local hockey team plays usually, but it's the acoustic is. I have nothing to complain about, really, really, so to say. So I was simply amazed. This is an artist I was on my bucket list to see one day for forever, and I finally had this chance last year. And he plays, I think, more than 2 hours long. The first part of the set dedicated to the latest album, and which wasn't available yet because it was like every song released every month. So he didn't play the entire album since this album came out, I think 2 months after the concert. And the second part of the gig was all dedicated to the classic stuff, all this Sledgehammer, Don't Give Up, which was brilliantly performed with some gere he has in the band. I don't remember the name. And a great moment as far as I'm concerned, really.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
I would like to highlight another festival here in our region in Mannheim. It's called Maifeld Derby. And it's a very sad story at the end. So let's start with the end of the story. Next year, it will be the last time that we can enjoy this very, very cool indie festival. For me, it's the best choice because you have to see I'm a bit older. I'm not the young guy with the tent and some beer. I like it to drive in there, to be there in about 30 minutes. I drive home in the evening, so I come back with a shower fresh at start, and you can. If it's the main act, you can go in the first row and give give a handshake with the artist. You are so very near and so very close to the happening in there. It's so cool people, a connection with the vinyl community. I had a video about that. as you can see, they are selling vinyl in there with some cool people, and yeah, I'm very sad, but yeah, all the all the last years they had a lot of problems with money and to pay the costs, and yeah, next year will be the last one, but 2024, I saw a lot of cool bands like Rosen Murphy, Electronic Act, Kiasmos, Motor Selector, and I want to show you, maybe you'll like it. It's called Hanya Rani. If there's anyone in the chat that knows her, please give me a sign. I think she's a Poland artist, very cool. Someone in the community told me visit her, and I did, and yeah, it was great. It's not the most important album. Check the new one also, but yeah, I buy this on the festival directly. Also, though, there some other electronic bands not in my stack today, but I like electronic things like Grant Brothers. Also in there, I yeah, now again, female vocals. Sorry, guys. But it's special because it has a metal touch. It's Chelsea Wolfe with her new album. Also in there, live and very cool feelings. Yeah, maybe Romuald, you know the moments when you sing a band that has to be seen in a dark, shady nightclub, and it has to be night, but you see it in the in the about yeah, after the lunch, and you think, no, it's not the right time, it's not the right place, too much sun. Yeah, it was the case with Try Cleaning. It was not. It didn't get me so much on this day on the Maifeld Derby, but it's a great band. I can offer that for you. If you don't know them, this is the album Stumpwork, and yeah, it's ugly like that, but the music is nicer. And yeah, finally, bands like Yoile. I don't know if I speak it right much. I can't show you a record. I ordered it thanks to my podcast colleague Stubenbrocker, but it's not in there. Like Stella, also the same.
I didn't say no. You don't pronounce right. I didn't say. I say no. I never heard of this guy.
Yeah,
So,
I understand you. Yeah. And but she's very arty. Something like an artificial person like Björk, I would say, but a bit stranger, a bit more cyberpunk. Yeah, very cool. But I can't show you an album. But give me some weeks. Yeah, then a band. I don't know if we are banned if I'm telling you the name of the band, because on the Maifeld Derby lineup sheet there were some stars in the internet. So the name of the band was hidden. But I say it. Yeah, very calmly. So no one hears. It's Mannequin Pussy with the album I Got Heaven. And it's very raw, and yeah, I would say it's like Rage Against the Machine in with women, with a female singer, and such a raw energy. It's a long time ago I see a band with so much kick in the ass attitude. Very cool. And finally, bands like Noga Eris, which is really great. And now, Romuald, I show you exclusively an album that you will see on all my channels soon, because I will do an unboxing tomorrow. It's in a shrink. It's a limited edition of English Teacher. This could be Texas here. As you can see, it's yeah, cut out, and yeah, I will show it. It's on transparent vinyl in this die cut sleeve. Very cool band. You should check that. And yeah, As you can see, the Maifeld Derby has a very great lineup to explore bands. Some of them I show you right now. I never heard them before. I listened to them on the festival, and this is great for me. If I'm going to a festival because of 3-4 bands, and I'm coming back with 15 bands I like. Yeah.
Yeah, which is good. But I remember back in the days when I was still living in Alsace, northeastern part of France. I was listening to a lot of German radio station, and I remember in the summertime, especially in the Stuttgart area, there were lots of festivals, even in Switzerland, and they were pretty cheap. Not cheap. They were not expensive. Uh, it was not like €100 to pay the tickets. I remember 2000 or 2010 something was still very affordable for young people to go there. Maybe it has changed. Maybe since COVID. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, it destroyed the scene in some cases.
Yeah.
It's very sad because there's so much passion and love in this festival of the man that organized this. He's called Timo, and yeah, I'm very sad about that. So it's a hole in my heart that can't be filled
Hmm.
so easily. Yeah. But one time again, take a ride if you are in the region, Germany, French, I would say Swiss, Austria, Luxembourg, Belgium. It's reachable. It's Mannheim in Germany, Maifeld Derby on the
Yeah.
Neumarkthallengelände. It's nice there. You
And
can also grab you can grab tickets. It's
and
not sold out.
and I'm jumping on that occasion. It wasn't a question prepared for this today's stream, but you're mentioning France, Belgium, Germany. As a French guy who grew up very close to your place, Timo, Karlsruhe, Black Forest, we took advantage of listening to German radio station rock music, having a lots of German pressings in the bins. How about you? What is your experience? You were close to France. Did you take advantage of that by in your
Sure.
collection, in your the way you discover the concert you went? What is your
Yeah, sure, for the concerts, because we have a very cool location in there. Talking sometimes about it in the podcast. It's the Letterie in Strasbourg. Great venue. I saw there are a lot of cool bands. Maybe sometimes it's a bit full of people if the bands are too big, and there's a lot of tickets out there. But it's a cool venue. I love it. And it's, for me, it's reachable. I think it's about 50 minutes with the car, and all is fine. But I'm not familiar with French music, so I'm speaking French. But if I'm there, I'm talking English with people, and this is fine. But I'm not checking the French scene with music and so on. It's yeah, maybe it's interesting to dive into it. Maybe I meet someone who can guide me through it, but I have no special connections in there. It's geographically, it's near. Culturally, it's very far away from me. It's a bit sad, but it's mainly the my problem not speaking French. But yeah, I would say if you talk English. In most regions it's possible to come through. Yeah.
yeah? I think it's historically it worked in the other way around. Like just for those who doesn't know what we are talking about, Timo and myself, we were both from the same region, but in two different countries, separated by the Rhine River. Me in France, Timo in Germany. And I remember, yeah, my parents or my grandparents, they all grew up with the German music, German TV, and So this is how I said it worked in the other way around. Like you guys um, exported your culture, and remember watching Wetten das or German programs, and my grandparents they bought some German music, and I'm not sure if it worked in the other, yeah, in the other direction, as you guys in the Black Forest were like crazy about French artists. You probably Edith Piaf, you were aware of her, or other chansons françaises kind of stuff, but wasn't sure if it was like 50-50. We may have consumed more German stuff than you guys are French music, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for both of us, it's normal. It's but I have lots of people from America, so I try to explain a little bit. Okay, let's move on to the next topic.
Mhm.
Yeah, the current rabbit hole or new obsessions. This is something we often discuss, and I'm reusing this topic since I host lots of. I try to not a lots of, but I try to host like several live streams a month, and this is usually topic we talk to new discoveries. Hey, is that a new genre or a new bands? How about your experience? What is your are you in a rabbit hole right now? And if yes, what is this?
Mhm. I would say the last days it was checking again the albums of one of my favorite bands, Fontaines DC, because we talked about it sometimes, that I'm a great fan of this album, A Hero's Death, here on a special OB version with clear vinyl. And yeah, then we had Skintifia. Okay, and yeah, I was not so obsessed with it. It takes so a lot of time. I discussed with so many people in the community about it. Most of them loved it, but yeah, for me, I never reached that point that I could say it's such a great album as Hero's Death. So after that, I realized, okay, there is also a debut. So I listened to the debut and tried to go back to the roots of the band, because of the new album, New Romance, that was released this year. Surely for some of the guys out there making top lists, the ugliest cover of the year. And maybe because of the cover, I didn't buy this record. No, I didn't have it. Not because of the cover, but yeah, I waited because I thought maybe at the end of the year there will come some special version that I would like to have. That didn't happen, but yeah. I will buy it. I think next time visiting the record store, something like that, because it's very, very cool. It's one of the best albums for me this year, and yeah, I'm walking between my most loved album, the start of the band, the great release this year, and something between. Yeah, and I try to connect with it, that I can love it in every way. I have some bands that I love in every way. The National is something like that, but I didn't buy the live album, not yet. So mind the gap. So it's yeah, I have some gaps in my collection. Also with the greatest bands, but yeah, it's a thing of place, and don't spend too much money in it. And I'm also in this role of showing all my records. So there is a post of every records coming in. And it takes some time, as you can imagine, and I have to handle with time and space here in my studio to collect vinyl. So I always have to prove Is it cool? Do I need it really, or can I only stream it and then it's fine? Do you have an obsession like that?
Yeah, I have a lot. It's funny you said about gaps because I do have gaps in my collection. I'm not a completist, and there are lots of artists. I don't need to own the entire catalog of. And yeah, currently I'm trying to explore the African music. What does it mean? There are so many countries, so many influence tied with Cuba or Ethiopia. It's South Africa. It's amazing. Probably the one my current obsessions is is the folk. We talk daily with Fred with Big Star 1000, and I just bought this very same book, a book about the British folk music. I still waiting to get. The Post is on strike, the Canada Post, so yeah, so I have to wait a little bit more. But yes, such stuff. This is a perfect example. This is a record, the very first record I discovered. Sandy Denny and the Strobes, the one she made right before she joined Fairport Convention, and those are the two bands I really like. Fairport Convention, they're reinventing the new British folk by the late '60s, and the Strobes as well. They went a little bit proggy later, but with this is their second album, the Strobes. British folk, but not only British folk. This is John Prine, so Americana Sam made me discover this artist. Has big influence for giving a shout out to Americana Sam.
Mhm.
And once again, another Sandy Denny, the solo album she made right after she left Fairport Convention. What a great voice she had. And yeah, continuing, with some Pentangle. This one I bought in Den Bosch, so still full, very folky. Harmonium, a local band from Quebec, later known as a progressive symphonic progressive band. But this is their first album, very folky as well. And
Mhm.
to continue to finish off the series, Ian Matthews, also formerly part of the Fairport Convention band. So yeah, this kind of folk, late '60s, early '70s would be my current rabbit hole. Yeah.
Wow. So leads me to a funny question. Is it too much obsession to breathe? You have a lot of obsessions.
Yeah, I do have, yeah.
Great.
Especially when you talk to people like Stone Rock Confusions or Fred, who
Greetings.
has
Yeah,
lots
I,
of. uh,
I imagine that, but it was too fast for me to add them all to the playlist because it was you started with an album not reachable in the streaming, and yeah, maybe there were some more, but yeah, I think we record this talk, and I will check that later and
Yeah,
saturate it.
wasn't intended to present all the records. I wanted to say, hey, now I'm like discovering, enjoying the folk music, and they have some exchange. When you consider that at the same period, a guy named Donovan and Bob Dylan, they were both covering songs by Lead Belly and Woody Guthrie,
Mhm.
both in their own countries. Uh, Simon and Garfunkel, they took a trip to Scotland. Bob Dylan as well later, so they have some exchange. And folk is a. I'm not an expert by any means, but every records that I do discover that I come across thanks to Fred or other people or other VC channel, I'm simply amazed, and it made me want to go deeper in the genre, finding some, hey, this artist branch out, created. I'm talking about the band Fairport Convention. This is a perfect example. Fairport Convention, Sandy Denny, what a great singer, songwriter she was. Then Richard Thompson, which has been part of the band, made
Mhm.
several albums with his wife Linda. Ian Matthews, Ashley Hutchins with created a band called Still Span. It's a family. It's like recreating a genealogic tree, and it's spannend. We say in German. It's I don't have the word in English, but
Exciting. But
exciting. Yeah.
another adjective, I'm very diligent now because I'm copying some tips in the chat in my streaming app to check them. So thanks a lot to the community to share your thoughts and your picks. This is very cool, and yeah, it will be fun to listen all inside of that. I have another obsession. I'm not sure if you listened into the new album of this band. So first, tell me. It's about the smile with the album cutouts.
No.
Nope. Okay, because it's a bit similar to Fontaine's DC. With this band, because it's very controversial which album is the best, and I met a lot of people that tried to rank these albums and to find out which is the best, and it's hard for me because every The Smile album grows. So it was the same with the first one, going on with the next one, and so on. And they are releasing one after the other. So as you should imagine, there are a lot of people that are waiting for a new Radiohead album, and members of the band are in there. Also from the band Sons of Comet, and yeah, they won't release a Radiohead album, but yeah, the band isn't cancelled at all. But yeah, the fans that are listening to The Smile, just waiting and waiting and waiting. When will it come? And yeah, but yeah, the last interviews show nothing good in this topic. So for me, it's obsession to come clear with it, because I'm a very big Radiohead fan. I love every album, and always to get something in between is very hard for me. So yeah, maybe you can compare it with The Cure if Robert Smith decided to do a solo project without the band. That sounds a bit like The Cure, but it's very different. It would be the same. So yeah, hard for me, but not only for me. I'm in very a lot of discussions about this band in the community, and there are a lot of positions. And at this point, I would say Cutouts is definitely a grower as the other albums as well. But I maybe I like it more than the last release. This is the state of the day, but maybe I dive in tomorrow. It's Sunday. I will listen it again. Yeah, because yeah, it's yeah. As you ask me, like an obsession, I always try to put it on the record player and think, after this turn, I will change my mind or not. It's yeah, amazing.
Do you prefer 90s Cure or 2000s Radiohead?
Ooh, nice comparison. Yeah, I would say Radiohead is first. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you?
Yeah, the same.
Okay.
As I said, to me, the Cure is the trilogy. I'm not saying what they've done after 1983 is bad, but by far is yeah, Charlotte sometimes 17 seconds probably my favorite period, and Radiohead is my probably my favorite band of the 90s. So yeah,
So you should dive into The Smile.
I will, yeah. Let's move to the next topic, which is this one: vinyl over CD or streaming.
With pleasure.
Yeah,
Now we are triggering the hi-fi community. This is the moment where you can come in. The times before it was boring. It was only about us and vinyl. Now it gets hot people out there. No. So I would say my position is complex. Maybe I can tell you something about it if I tell you about my story to music, short version.
sure.
Vinyl is not so long in my way. It's something new. I would say starting with vinyl 2018. Times before, I was a big streaming fan. I was one of the early adopter. Day one on Spotify was not a start before some Simfi. Maybe some of them out there know it. It was one of the first. No, it was the first streaming possibility in Germany, and I noted today it was so magic to have a device and listen to all music you ever want to on every place. It was great. It was a magic that is lost over times. Before streaming, I was a big collector of CDs, starting with CDs and tapes, and so I'm connected with all this media today. I would say compact discs are only for me in the car. I have a CD changer in there with 6 slots, and it's funny for me to listen to them again. I had a long metal era in the 90s, late 90s, and sometimes it's fun for me to go to the what is it called in German? It's the Dachboden. I have to check this. Attic, to the attic. Yeah, going to the attic and taking it again and drawing back to the metal times and so on. And then it's time for CDs, but I don't have a CD player in my hi-fi equipment. And never listen to them. I have some here in the studio, but only for the car. So if you ask me what I'm listening most, is it streaming or is it vinyl? I would say, fun fact, it's not vinyl, it's streaming, because I'm listening a lot of music by working, by doing the household, by sports and so on, and this takes so much more time than sitting enjoying on the couch some music. And the times are rare where I can deep dive into the music to go to enjoy the music, because the network of Vinyl und is very, very large. So I have to work on it nearly every day with some breaks between. And so I have to decide wisely where I spend my time, and it's a bit sad, but I decided to do this. No one is struggling me to do this, so no front and no tears for that. So maybe now you understand better which position it has. I have an old classic dual turntable here. There's a video on my channel about it. I use it to tune into music, listening to the podcast, so I can play it here on my Roadcaster. I can listen to vinyl here in my studio, also with working, not only in my living room where the main hi-fi equipment is. Yeah, and I'm using all the time I have to enjoy that, but it's not so much. So it's a bit sad, but I self it's self decided for me. So I'm not one of the people who say you only have to listen to vinyl. This is better and this sounds better, or just enjoy streaming. Vinyl is bad for environment or what else. So I'm always between. I understand every position, but yeah, I'm using the advantages of all of this media. And you?
Yeah, pretty much the same. When I will be retired in a remote cabin in the mountains, then I will be able to only listen to vinyl records. But yeah, I spend a lot of time on the road. I have to drive to see my clients to go for work, which means the portion dedicated to be at home on weekends on my couch, as you said rightly, is not the biggest. Though I like to listen to music to discover new music, and we all have our phones with apps, with Spotify, with various means of listening to and discovering new music. So saying, "Hey, I'm only listen to vinyl records," is completely would be completely wrong to define my habits. Depending very much upon the season as well, because in the winter time I have a little bit more time at home, because it's cold outside here in Canada. In summertime it's all about concerts, seeing friends, making, so less time at home, and or traveling. So now we have the benefit of the hindsight 2024, and saying only going by one means is, yeah, I get the point of some people that are like dogmatic or about certain things. It's not the way I see things. I think we should be able to combine it. I also have a CD player in my car. I listen to lots of podcasts or Spotify. I say when I'm driving. So yeah, a combination of all, whatever possible, whatever accessible. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I think the biggest danger is to lose the passion for music by only discussing about which one is the right media to enjoy music. Yeah, there are so a lot of reasons to choose this or that. So I would say always take the right one in the right time in the right room, and you will be fine.
Yeah, and the biggest risk is to losing the focus of music when talking about collecting items, collecting picture disc. I have no offense. I do have picture disc. It's fine. But when I see certain videos, people talking about, hey, I collect old Bon Jovi's albums. Okay, can we talk about music for a sec? It's like we are losing. Yeah, we're losing the most important. It is a folk. It is a rock. It is hard rock. It is a synth rock. So and I have the feeling some people start having a certain angle of discussion, a wrong angle of the discussion, by not talking enough about music, talking about the how nice is my picture disc, how great is my box set, how yeah, my sorry if I hurt some feelings. I like having nice item in my hands, and nice books, nice posters. Really, I really like. But if the music sucks on it, what's the
Yeah,
what's what's
it's
the
still
point?
a problem.
What It's still a problem. Yeah,
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 yeah, I'm absolutely with you, and it's very special if you think that I'm collecting such items. But over the years, I recognize for myself, I'm much reflecting this topic, and for me, it's more clearly that these things aren't as important as I thought in the beginning of my collecting era. So I see, yeah, sometimes it's fun. Sometimes I'm proud of that I have it, and it's not easy to get. But at the end of the day, yeah, it's less important. I am. I recognize this in moments when there is a goodie in it that isn't very cool, or it's a goodie that you don't know what to do with it. So, or if you have an album that doesn't fit into your shelf, and you think, "Oh no," or yeah, and something. And these are the moments when I recognize. So no, it's not important. At the end, it's the music. So yeah, as you can see, it was a big risk for me by ch- by my rules not buying doubles to take this Cure version, because yeah, maybe it sounds terrible, and then I have this version, so I had to sell them. Don't know if I did that. So, but yeah, I'm with you, and but if there are some other people out there that like it in another way, it's also fine. I think who are we to judge what is good and what is not good? So if you have fun with it and you don't hurt somebody, have fun with your music. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sean, you're absolutely correct. Thank you. I forget the most important aspect. Yeah, and this is what I'm afraid of, because I think we have vinyl VC channels on YouTube or podcast or other way to communicate, to share with the community, and, and I think this is a very important responsibility that we have. Like, there is some guy in French VC. He has a lots of subs, and he talks about a box set. He does an entire video, 30 minutes long, about a box set, and this is, I think, this is dangerous, probably, since people will watch this video, they will maybe start to do the same, to collect items because, oh, it's nice looking items, or start to do some crazy video about, hey, this is how great is my disc. And what we try to do, maybe the VC people who loves music, you, Timo, myself, and so many others, we share about our passion for music. We discover new things, we enjoy, and we share with the people. And we don't yeah.
if you do a video, my most expensive videos, you can be sure that you have some hate commenting people under it, and yeah, that's the case. So for them, it's maybe only, for some of them, it's maybe only a status symbol. Yeah, and it's not important what is in there. So I would say, okay, you are collecting status symbols, have fun, but it's
Mm,
not my way. So
yeah. Mm,
maybe sometimes it looks like that if I'm showing the special versions, but yeah, for me it's a special. In German we say tick. I think in English we also say it's a tick.
yeah, it's a tick. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember that guy? He was at
Yeah,
the
for sure.
at the
I
record.
met him in Karlsruhe on the Vinylflohmarkt. I know him.
Yeah, he lives not too far from Strasbourg. Yeah, great guy.
Yeah.
Um, which leads to the next topic, a little bit tied with what we just said, with the format, quality, a little bit. Audiophile pressings. What's your take on this subject?
Yeah. So I would say, Romuald, we build a bridge to that now. Didn't plan that. As I started the channel on YouTube, I had the idea to show some special versions, some audiophile versions of any album. My idea was, don't buy so much vinyl. So if you buy something what is newer and more expensive, maybe you buy not so a lot records. It's better for you. You just need one shelf or not two or three. This was the first thinking starting, and the first video I did was the record of Aldi Meola and John McLaughlin, Paco de Lucia with Friday Night in San Francisco. This epic classic that everyone knows. But there was a special version. It was the Impex Records all analog version. And I heard some stories about it that is the best sounding version of it out there. So it was, it was it hooked me. It hooked me to have it and to test it and to enjoy it. And I don't have audiophile speakers, but I upgraded over the years to listen in an audiophile way with headphones. And enjoyed that album, and it was great. So if you have to set up to compare it with some other versions, and I was obsessed to have one, so it wasn't simple thinking to say, if I can get the best version out there, I take this and not another one. So, and we are not on Den Bosch paying thousands of euro for this album. It was it was payable, and I would say it's worthy if you think you need something important. I have one MoFi in my collection, Bill Withers, and I have some analog productions and some things that sound good, but it's not a tick to have them anymore. It was just a first early thought of me, because I'm also buying albums right now, knowing that there are some other better versions. For example, this one. This is not the Impex version. There is also an Impex version, but I decided, so no, it's not so important for me. I don't need to pay double. I take this version, and it's fine. It's the Ear Music Classics version, and I'm aware of that if you have the hi-fi equipment and you compare it again with the Impex version, a guy on hi-fi fair here I visited some weeks ago did this in a workshop. So he played this version and the Impex and said the Impex is better. It's a simple proof. Yes, it's better, but it's not so much better that I need it, because this is not a very important album for me. So if I'm obsessed with a band, with an album, and I say I need to have the best version out there and all the funny stuff around it isn't important, I buy the QR half-mastered version. I buy it, and then I'm fine with it, and okay, but I don't need it in every case. It's not that important for me that it sounds good. But if I buy a record that don't have a label like Audiophile Pressing, Virgin Vinyl, Super Vinyl, what the heck vinyl, I'm happy with it. Example from this year I will show you. It's one of my top albums. It's Beth Gibbons with her very surprising highlight album, Lives Outgrown. She's the singer from Portishead, and I'm loving Portishead. And you play it, it's on the record player, and it deeply dives you into her world. And this world is not only the instruments she's playing or the band is playing, it's not only her voice. No, it's also how it sounds. It's the sound quality. It's the sound on the vinyl. It's very important to transport what this album wants to do with you. So in my opinion, and if it wouldn't sound that good, it wouldn't be the same experience for me. So it won't be on that high position on my top lists. And in this example, this is the reason why I show you this. You can see it depends. It very depends in every case. You have, for me, I have to decide in every case manually if I buy the best sounding version. If it's important for me, it's not important if I'm listening to raw punk rock or post punk, yeah. But maybe it's important on a concert like El Di Meola, yeah. So I have to choose, I have to decide, and in every case, I have to see, will I pay more to have the best sounding version, or to get the first press, or what else? Or is it okay if I have a cheap reissue that clearly sounds less better, but yeah, it's fine for me.
Mhm. My opinion. um,
So let's drink.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's drink. Yeah, cheers. Zum Wohl.
So you have how you can say, you don't need so much air, so much power. You saving your breath, because what I say fits also for you. Perfect.
No, I totally agree. You know, I only have one MoFi pressing in my collection as well. This is yeah, American Beauty by the Grateful Dead, and it's not because it's a MoFi. It's because I was looking for these albums for years, and couldn't find anywhere in Europe. And when I moved to Canada, I found it. So plus, that's it. I found it. Price was okay, and it turned out to be a MoFi. So I bought it not because it's a MoFi, just because I finally was able to find this album. And you use a very important word to compare. Lots of people talk about better without being able to compare an old with a new, German with a UK, MoFi with a super audiophile, whatever. Uh, it's funny. I have some pressing in my collection that doesn't sound really okay, even though they are original. The first Judas Priest, for instance. So when I have a chance to upgrade this copy, and what drives me at the most important is the price. Wouldn't pay wouldn't pay 300 or $400 for a box set of an album I'm able maybe to find in a dollar bin. Might sound stupid to say like this, but if the record in the dollar bin is in good conditions, um, who cares if it's an OG, an audiophile or not? The most important is, as we often mention, is the brain. You know, your ears. The first time you listen to a record, you get emotional about what you are hearing. And of course, if you get a chance along the way to upgrade your copy to find a better version, or to upgrade your system and to enlarge the experience, no problem at all. But spending hours and months to buy new cables, the same album ever and ever, you like ruin the experience of listening to new stuffs. Or to you, maybe you completely, you say, okay, you're focusing on one specific task, and you forget about what is the essence of all of
Mm.
that. So I'm not against audiophile pressing. If I received an audiophile pressing as a gift for Christmas, I will listen to this one, and I will maybe find it very, very, very nice. But I'm not focusing on the having ultra special. Yeah. So
Yeah,
this is it. Yeah.
I feel you. And
Yeah.
some people in the chat also feel you, and the others are gone. So bye. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But there are some fans here with Beth Gibbons and Portishead. I celebrate that. Great.
And a good. No, I won't say that. I was about to share an experience with an evening I spent listening to Diana Krall records, but maybe in private. Uh, Next
Oh,
topic.
the
Woo, yeah,
rabbit hole, the real rabbit hole, the second rabbit hole.
yeah, yeah. This is because of your what you propose, what you provide us with on your channel. I found interesting to include such topics, since you cover events like tech fair, where you go to see people and and you do some very nice report on your channel. So once again, the stage is yours for this topic.
Yeah. So if I'm telling the community, I'm just listening to vinyl, hi-fi doesn't matter. No one would say this could be an authentic discussion from me. No, I'm very interested in hi-fi, and it's also about technique, and I'm very obsessed with technique, with media too. So it's fascinating for me to explore new products, but more important, the people behind it. So on my channel, I have some different formats called Vinyl und Hi-Fi, or Vinyl und Coffee Break, or Vinyl und Knisterecke, and we are talking about hi-fi with people that have a meaning about hi-fi or doing hi-fi. I also have on my YouTube channel some visits. They are called Vinyl und Report of hi-fi fairs, and it's very interesting to meet people that are deep dive into vinyl. I had some hi-fi legends this year on the microphone, like Rolf Gemein, one of the founders of the High End in München, biggest hi-fi fair out there. Also, the founder of Symphonic Line, as Karl-Heinz Fink, a very important person in Germany for loudspeakers. And this is very great to have a talk with them to explore their passion for hi-fi. And yeah, it's I would say, like, how's the word? Contagious, yeah, contagious.
Mhm.
And it infects me to deep dive deeper into these things. And um, I would say we have to compare two things. The first one is last year's. I spent a lot of time to upgrade my hi-fi equipment, make it better. Yeah, I do all of this comparison also with some smaller equipment, so not the turntable, but maybe the slip mat under it, or yeah, changing a cable. I did all of these things, but um, what's different on my channel, I'm not changing my cables every month. I'm changing the cable one time, and if it's great, I'm fine with it for times. Yeah, so I'm not interested to change it again. I hated to crawl again behind my TV rack to find the right cable to put it out or put it in. It's yeah, it's a lot about time, and I'm not interesting to spend all my time yeah, changing some adjustments and finding the best setup. Yeah, sometimes it's cool, and sometimes it's fun, but it's not my hobby. It's more, in Germany we say Mittel zum Zweck, so like means to an end. I finally want to enjoy music, and I don't want to spend too much time with finding the right move. I think it's not good for my emotions if always a little man or woman in my head is saying you need to upgrade, you need to buy this, you need to buy that. So at the end, I enjoy some times that I don't change anything. So I would say about some months now, I'm with the same setup. I didn't change anything. I know I have to change my loudspeakers in some time, because yeah, in Germany we say Flaschenhals. It's the bottleneck,
Bottleneck, yeah, yeah.
the bottleneck of my hi-fi equipment. So this is the reason, as I said some minutes ago, that I'm listening to music a lot with headphones. So I have very high-end headphones and some how's it called, headphone amplifiers to make it better, also in a mobile way to make it better. And this is so my way to enjoy music, to deep dive into music. Yeah, and I like it. And yeah, for the future, for me, it's more interesting to visit some people that are important in the hi-fi scene, to meet them. It's about the people. I give them a platform on my channel to show their products. But again, for people that came later, it's without monetization. So if I'm going to a hi-fi fair and somebody is saying to me, "Hey, can I have your videos? I pay you this and that," I say, "Okay, you can have the videos, but I won't take some money from you." So I send them the videos and I say, "Hey, maybe you link to my channel. This would be fine, and all is good." So this is my way to do that, yeah. And so I'm done with it, and yeah, I'm looking forward to next year. I have some great talks scheduled that will follow in the hi-fi scene and community, and I will go on the way to show the people, to show their products, to make some people happy that want to buy this stuff. But I won't profit personally for that, and this is very important for me to be authentic.
Hmm. Yeah, pretty agree. I'm not looking for. I'm not on the lookout for a constant upgrade. Okay, I keep myself informed. I keep myself, when there is a special, a new gear. But it's not something I like to spend money on like every month. When I got into vinyl, I got a chance. I received a very old turntable, a Torrance TD 115 that has been previously owned by my grandparents. So and I had this, in German we call Auftrag, this job, this mission. So I say, okay, now is the right time to upgrade your system, to build maybe something decent for your taste, for your according to your budget. And I made this along throughout maybe 4 or 6 month period. And yeah, I came to a point when I was like satisfied with the entire. It's not perfect. It could be, or it should be, according to some people, improved. I, I get that, but it's fine. I can enjoy my music, and when I will be maybe now I moved to Canada, so it was like lower on my priority, to change something. I'm really happy that everything works. But yeah, maybe in 5 years, when I will be the need will come to replace the cartridge or the speakers, I will maybe be considering, okay, what is available by then. I will reading some articles or watching some of your videos, Timo, or at the time. But it's not something I'm, yeah, like every day on the search. Hey, how could I improve? I know I could improve my system. I know, but not top priority. Yeah, this is all I can say.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So we have no controversial discussion in here.
No, no, we don't have. Yeah, if tomorrow I won like a million, or let's say $10,000 in the lottery, maybe I will. Yeah, I will buy some stuff. But now it's like more. I'm enjoying spending my money on records that I'm on the lookout for, and my system works. As I said, it's not perfect, but it works. And one day it will. I will upgrade it. I don't know, and. But I will make it like gradually, not like stepping into a store and spending a half of a grand, or I don't know, on gears because it's like flashy,
Mm.
it's it's like at work. I work when we construct when we build machines. We ask for quotation. We measure. We test. We compare. And then we come to a decision. Okay, this is the gear I need for my system. And then we are looking for the best deal, new or used, which mark, which model, which brand, and yeah, but taking my time, really taking my
Mm.
time.
Yep. All right.
Okay. Yep. So,
So let's have the controversial in the comments. If you watch this later, so the chat is very familiar with us. But if you watch this later and you think you
we
see
did
it in
some.
a completely other way,
Yeah.
write it in the comments. We will comment back.
Yeah. If we said something stupid, we are not an expert by any means. Once again, only music lovers. So I myself talk speaking for myself. So feel free to add some remarks, or how in Germany we say Verbesserungsvorschlag, remark for improvement,
Mhm.
will be heartily welcomed.
Yes.
Okay, and yeah, we've come to almost to an end with a final topic. And yeah,
Mhm.
this is a question I'm asking you, since you are doing your channel in German. You're part of the German community, vinyl community, and it would be interesting to know about that, since as you all are aware of, the vinyl community is globally represented by English speaking channel. um, whether we are talking about jazz techniques, mainstream, rock, heavy metal, whatever. So what is your favorite, or the channels that you follow, Timo?
So, it's about time. Maybe you know it from a movie. Um, I explain it. As I started in the German vinyl community 4 years ago with the Clubhouse talks, there were about three, four, maybe five channels in Germany that do something with vinyl, and they were very small. So. Um, After that, and especially after the first German Vinyl Challenge last year, the community in Germany growed. So there were a lot of channels that decided to start a channel because of the challenge, what makes me very proud. The same happened this year. So there are some channels that stopped doing vinyl. There are some channels that have vinyl as one topic of a lot of topics. But yeah, there are also the ones that I like most, that have a passion for vinyl or combine vinyl with hi-fi. So what is nearly to my possession. And yeah, today we have a great community with a lot of live streams and a lot of content. And it's not possible for me to watch everything out there. If I would do that, there would be no possibility for me to enlarge the vinyl version. So I have to I have five for you that I also sent the links into the chat. Um, these are channels where I am watching every video out there. They are all German channels because I decided early, step one, just just watch German channels, because if you start looking at English channels, you will never be ready. It's too much. It's also too. It's in Germany. It's a big content bubble, and if I make it larger, I will never get into it. So I decided to just watch German channels. So I was very happy that you started to make also a German channel that I can watch. But yeah, finally, there are some Ausnahmen, exceptions.
Exceptions, yeah, yeah.
One channel is your channel, because I know you personally. We met us in Karlsruhe and so on. It's another thing. I know Stanti in the chat and some other guys connecting to the channel, but I'm not watching the videos until now. But as I said, some channels introduced themselves here in the chat, and I follow now, and I raised the bell. So maybe this video is a change about that. So maybe dropping some German channels, didn't check them, and change them against English channels, because I have a second problem. You have to see, there are so many live streams out there. So I decided just to watch the live streams that I take part personally, because it's so much things I can't listen again, 2 hours, 5 hours, 7 hours, 10 hours that I missed, because like you said, I'm a very big fan of podcasting, and I listen to the podcast, and I listen to the channels. I have to create my own stuff. It's not possible. So I did this decision some months ago. I say, okay, no more live streams, no English channels. But maybe today I change it a little bit. And I'm proud to highlight for you 5 channels for people who wants to explore some channels.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I won't say every VC channels that I do specifically follow, since I have a English speaking channel myself. But if I were to compare the German vinyl community with the rest of the world, I would say the German vinyl you guys managed to do something very interesting, like yeah, blending the contribution of VC lovers, music lovers, and hi-fi gear experts. Can we say expert or skilled people, which is very very interesting. And I'm amazed. Sometimes I watch like Michael 45 on Nadine, and to see like 400 people are watching the live stream. And yeah, it's a very huge community of passionate people. And yeah, so you guys rocks, definitely. Yeah,
Such nice words. Yeah. It's spectacular. Some live streams are epic. Today I visited a live stream of a channel with over 50,000 subscribers, and there were only 5 live viewers in there.
yeah.
You can imagine that. So I'm very proud that in Good Talks I had about 150 live viewers, and this is a lot if you're looking at the subscription mark on my channel. And it's bang 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 the chat. It's sometimes I more prefer it if we are about less than 100 people, maybe just 20 or 30 or something like that.
Like here, yeah.
Yeah, and you can check every word the community said. So when you are talking, I'm reading all of what the guys are writing. I can't say to every post something, but I recognize it. And if it's too much people, your mind can't anticipate with all of that. So I'm doing my live streams completely alone. So I have not a team doing all the things. So I moderate, I talk, I show here, the banner, the ticker. I highlight the commentaries. I pick them out as favorites. Who asks a question? I show some windows with data and videos and photos and so on. I do it all myself. It's very hard if you are on a mark with too much people. So sometimes I'm happy that it's not more, and I can go to the podcast, and there is all fine. You almost have to remind this. So it's not only good if it's bigger and bigger. I know, as you said, Nadine Soul Disco, for example, I know her well. We did some cool talks in the past in Clubhouse times as well. As there were no live streams out there, and she's a very nice person, and we had some great talks about soul music and so on. And also visited Michael's streams, and he's visiting my streams, and there are so much great content out there. Only in Germany, you won't have. It's unimpossible to watch it all, to check it all. So it doesn't work. So it's a hobby for me, the vinyl thing. I have a normal job with a lot of hours that take the most of my time. So it's hard to be always on the data stream out there.
Yeah, and I'm also giving a shout out to Luca, Planet of Plate. Great guy. He was very, very supportive from day one. Like when I was hosting a very first live stream, creating a post, inviting me on his stream. So thank you, Luca. Great
Greetings.
guy.
We had some audio messages sometimes some days ago.
Yeah. So yeah, I totally understand why you are focusing on your home local channels, because first of the language, and because you have so many content. So it's I can understand that.
Yeah, but I will take the chance to show you the channels that I'm watching every video right now. I give you the links into the chat so you can follow if you like.
Sure.
First one is Sounding Grooves. Patrick is one of the biggest channels in Germany about vinyl and hi-fi, and there is a simple reason for it. We started together in a community around the podcast. So the first talks on Clubhouse, he was my guest. Sometimes before he started his own channel, his channel was a big grower, and now he's everywhere, and sometimes we're doing something together, and he's a very sympathetic, nice guy, out of the same region as I. So in this way we are friends, because we are both Saarländer. This is
Saarländer.
Saarländer, and this connects. I visited sometimes in real life, and you should check that. The next one is a new channel. The last we had last year, we had a meeting in Kassel, Kassel, where all the YouTubers get together to talk to each other. It was great, organized by Guido's Plattenkiste. Greetings to Guido. And there was one channel that didn't exist at this point, but now I can't think about a vinyl community without them. They are taking part on every channel challenge out there, and they are at least 3 guys in different places, collecting their videos to one video and react. And it's very cool to check the Vinylhöhle, because say, what is the word? I need a word. Sorry. Yeah.
Holo,
Say,
holo,
say,
holo means cave in English. Just
no, I have it. They work it. They work it out. I mean, they work it out to combine old music with new music. Also, they share my compassion with new music, and they also have great picks from older stuff. And yeah, this is very cool. They are very sympathetic. They said so much times to visit them in the north, but it's very far away for me. So, but maybe we will get it. Next channel is Floyd.
Marvin, yeah.
Yeah, Marvin Floyd 43 on YouTube. Also a friend of mine. I visited him for an interview as well. He's obsessed with bands like Beatles, Pink Floyd. He released a video about all his white albums he has. I'm looking at with all the numbers and so on. Very sympathetic. And if we're talking about some slangs in the Stuttgarter Gegend, the Stuttgart region, it's very funny to hear his
dialect. His
dialect. Yeah. Very sympathetic guy. Going on with Vinyl Addict. He's my in Germany we would say Krafttier, so it's my power animal. So if I have a bad feeling in my heart, I watch his video and all is fine. He has this spirit of positive energy. He was today the first one commented on my post that I'm a guest with you. He's such a nice guy, such a lovely person. If I think I just want to take him in my arms, I like him so much, and he has. He has a feeling for hip hop. He knows a lot of hip hop. We did a podcast episode about hip hop, but he also listens to metal and some other stuff. So it depends, and yeah, it's always surprising what he shows us.
I like his channel. Matze, he says real name.
Matze is his name.
And we often talk about
you're connected.
And by the way, if you watch Matze, if you watch that stream a little bit later, I finally found this one. We talk with Matze. This is a German hip hop band from Munich. Also a bit of nostalgia, and Plan 58 main concept with lots of improvisation, with some freestyle rap hip hop. They also took like Schlager, Volkslieder elements, blend into some crazy funky beat. It's finally got this. And we talk about that with Matze, since he talks about German hip hop on his channel as well sometimes. So
nice. You're connected. Perfect. Greetings to Matze. And the last one is one of the newest channels. He's my podcast colleague. It's Stubenrocker 73 on YouTube. He started with Instagram. He has a great Instagram profile, photographing his colored vinyl. So he has the same obsession. After some talks about vinyl on social media, we decided to walk together and make a podcast format together. It's called Vinyl und Reissue. So we are talking every 6-7 weeks about new reissues that are out there. And on his channel, he shows a lot of these records and so much more. He's a colored vinyl addict as like me. And it's cool to follow him on Instagram. It's cool to follow him on his new channel on YouTube. He started it with some videos, and it's a lot of fun. It's one of the heartful person out there, and I'm very happy that he's in my team, and he will also be part of the podcast when we check the best lists of the year. So we have four episodes: first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. Now, in some days, we are recording the fourth quarter of the year, the best records, and then we will do another episode with the top lists, and he will be part of it. So checking him on YouTube on his own channel, and maybe you will see some very cool vinyl and. Yeah, maybe you see a video where he is wearing something special. This is his signature move, a headlamp. So he's using the headlamp to show the colored vinyl to float the light through it. Yeah, very cool thing. In some weeks, you will also see me with such a lamp. I'm obsessed with that. Yeah,
Very
five
useful.
channels I choose, but
Yeah.
sorry for all the people out there that I not mentioned. You are all as cool as that, but it's not important. It's not possible to name all the 50, 60 channels out there. Yeah, these are the ones that I'm very connected with in the last months. Yeah.
Okay. So now there are two options.
Mhm.
If you don't mind, maybe I can like Darren, this guy, he's asking for a link. Maybe we can stop if you had enough, or maybe I can put a link and invite some people to chit chat 5-10 minutes. You decide.
Sure, I have
You
some
decide.
drinks right there, so I just
Okay.
need to raise my arm. It's your turn, it's your channel, and
Okay.
I have time.
I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. It wasn't prepared, but this is usually what I do. I put a link in the chat, so give the chance to invite other people to talk with us. So and this guy Darren asked for the link. So yeah, we will do another 10-15 minutes. So if you guys want to join, maybe we can chat together with Timo, with myself, and yeah,
Don't be shy.
don't be shy. Yeah, if anyone wants to join, yeah,
It's easy as it looks like, and
yeah.
if English is your main language, it's maybe a bit easier than for me. Hey,
Hi Darren,
Hi,
how are you?
nice to meet you. Well, sorry, I mean you're the panelist there. Great.
that Genesis asshole. Is this a channel? I googled it.
Yeah. Hi, Ramold. How are you?
Not too bad. Having a great conversation with my friend Timo and you guys. So
You know, it's been great. You got really, really great stuff. Yeah, I really, really appreciate your fondness and fascination with the progressive titles, like really, really obscure stuff that you guys presented. Really, really nice. So, yeah,
Good. Thank you.
yeah.
And what are you doing? I didn't find you on YouTube.
Well, I don't think you. Yeah, I don't think you want to.
You
You-
should try. The next challenge is
if you,
coming. Vinyl tag.
if you speak to Sava and Stunty, they'll tell you just like shy away from me. It's probably the best way to do it.
It's okay.
Yeah, but if you guys don't mind, can I show some albums?
sure.
All
Sure.
right. All right, here we go. Now I know Romo, you're not a fan of them, but I have to show this. It's just oh god, it really really made me crazy. This is Marillion, Clutching at Straws. Really really great album. That's and also too I got the
DVD.
yeah DVD and
Yeah.
Blu-ray. Really really great. What was the other thing that I wanted to show you? Yeah.
I
Oh,
will, I
oh,
will edit.
this is really nice. I think I showed this on Rachel show, but I'm not too sure. But Supertramps live in England. This is sort of like an official sort of bootleg, if you
Which
will.
year? Which year is that concert from?
That is the 1975. It comes from the Crisis What Crisis tour.
Okay.
Yeah. The sound is absolutely, it's just, it really, really is incredible. It really does sound good. Even for a bootleg, it sounds good. The other thing that I wanted to show, I'm really, really excited about this. Now,
Super satisfying.
I can't remember his name. Like I know Stephen Wilson is involved with this storm corrosion,
Okay.
but I think his name is Michael. Michael. Um, he's from Opeth, the group Opeth.
Ah,
So this is like a
yeah.
combination between these two individuals, Stephen Wilson and again this Michael.
Can you say the name of the album?
Storm corrosion.
Storm Corrosion.
Yeah. This is actually, it's really, really funny because when I got this album, probably back in I want to say 2000.
2012 is it released?
I was going to say, no, it wasn't that far ago, but actually it was 2016, something like that. And then it went off. It was on the K-Scope label. They just released it, reissued it again, and it sounds absolutely it's just totally immaculate. So yeah. Anyway, if you can find this, like, this is a really, really great progressive album if you want it.
Okay, I added it to my playlist. I found it, and I will check it. I never listened in, but it sounds interesting with the with the combination with Opeth and so on.
Yeah, there you go. Storm Corrosion was
Wilson, yeah.
2012. So yeah, that's probably correct. I thought for some reason I thought it was 2014, but anyway, yeah. So they just reissued it.
Yeah, release date is 2012.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, you should grab it. It's just such an amazing album. Like, it's progressive beyond progressive. So there you go. And then let's see what else I got. The other thing I wanted to talk about is the you guys were talking about Peter Gabriel. These reissues of Peter Gabriel on the Caroline label, the Real World reissue. These are the ones to get because the ones that I had, which were on the ATCO label, which is
Because you have a Canadian press. Canadian
Yes.
press.
yeah, Canadian press that we
Yeah.
all know. You and I know, Ramon. That's the way we always sort of recognize it. But if you get the Peter Gabriel ones, like for the reissue, like through Real World, which is distributed through the Caroline label, those are the ones to get. They really are. Like, if you grab them all, like the Car, the Melt, and oh, sorry, I gotta go.
Hi, Darren.
I gotta go. Oh my god.
I think he's working for the fireworks station or something like that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So hopefully it's not my house which is burning.
Yeah, cool. But it was not fast enough not to get it. So I added this also to my playlist. The last Peter Gabriel
Yeah,
album.
that's the debut. That's the debut album. My copy I got is one from the Dollar Bin, so it's pretty easy to get a hold of. It's not a little. It's a great album. Definitely, it's the first one he made right after, not right after, but after he left Genesis. But yeah, you can find various versions of this one. It's not a problem. Okay, think it's time to. Do you have any last stuff you want to share with us, or?
No, I think I'm fine because we shouldn't overstrain the community because maybe they tune in some things that we offer in here, and yeah, it could be expensive only with the things that we shown. So I think we shouldn't show more. I think it's
Yeah.
okay for one evening.
Yeah, it's 2 hours. It's just over 2 hours and 30 minutes, which is pretty nice. So yeah, time to wrapping up. Hi, Michael. You just came a little bit late when we were about to hit the button, but you can watch it a little bit later if you want to. So hey, thanks everyone for joining. Thanks Timo for accepting my invitation,
Was a
taking your
pleasure.
time. Yeah. Uh, questions, remark, as I said, comment section below. And yeah, thanks everyone. Stay tuned for next chapter. Bye
Yeah,
bye.
thanks to the chat and thanks for having me. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye bye.